Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, this is not good. A Michigan sheriff has been caught on video taking part in a protest along with two of the men that were charged last week in the kidnapping plot against Governor Gretchen Whitmer. If you haven't watched my video on that, go back and watch it. It's almost unbelievable that this is going on in the United States. But take a look at this video that was aired by the local Channel 4 News in Michigan.
This morning, we're also learning that two of the men charged in the kidnapping plot have ties to a Michigan sheriff.
Yeah, Michael and William Null have been spotted protesting against Governor Whitmer next to Barry County Sheriff Dar Leaf. William Null was seen on stage with the sheriff at a protest of the governor's stay-at-home order in Grand Rapids in May.
So Leaf spoke at the protest event along with Michael and William Null, brothers who allegedly took part in the plan to abduct and possibly murder the Michigan governor. But remind me again of when Antifa or BLM supporters plotted to kidnap and possibly kill a politician? Oh yeah, they haven't. Yeah, but they're the terrorists, right? But I digress. So the protests had to do with Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home orders, which the majority of the residents agree with, by the way, and the kidnapping plot had to do with that as well. That's what it was all centered around, because a minority of residents who, by the way, were heeding a tweet by Donald Trump to, quote, liberate Michigan, believed that their civil rights and their liberties were being violated. So they protested. They even showed up at the Michigan State Capitol with guns. And when asked about the event that he spoke at, Sheriff Leaf said that he had no regrets. And then he made the most outrageous statements that truly you have to hear it to believe it. It's so insane. And it's difficult to comprehend how this man was allowed to work in law enforcement and why he's still there. So take a look at this part of the video.
Well, it's just a charge, and they say a plot to kidnap. And you got to remember that, are they trying to kidnap? Because a lot of people are angry with the governor, and they want her arrested. So are they trying to arrest, or was it a kidnap attempt?
So what? I mean, first of all, these people aren't police officers. So how would they arrest her? What is this guy talking about? Are they talking about an arrest or a kidnapping? No, they literally have these men in recorded conversations where they were caught talking about how they had surveilled her residences, that they had gone and tried to figure out how to distract cops so they could grab her to take her hostage. They had informants who had infiltrated the group. It's all recorded. These guys are going down. This happened. They can't arrest her. And yeah, it's illegal to kidnap people. Oh my God, this man is so clearly not fit to serve as even a garbage collector, let alone as a sheriff. And also, I'm sorry, but your rights end where they infringe on someone else's rights. I get it. There are people out there who are panicked. They needed money. They needed to go back to work. But this is no different. Stay-at-home orders were no different than the ban on smoking in public places in most states, because it affects other people. You literally can cause cancer in other people. It's no different than drunk driving laws, where you can get in your car and go kill someone because you decided to be an idiot and drive drunk. So that's where your rights end. And a large number of these people, the same people who were protesting the stay-at-home order, had a fit and are still having a fit about mask mandates and having to wear masks in stores. Take a look again, real quick, at this video. For those of you who are on the podcast, I'll describe it.
Trying to arrest, or was it a kidnap attempt?
The sheriff did say he feels for the governor and that no one should be threatened with violence.
So they can wear ski masks. So for those of you listening on the podcast, it shows Men in ski masks, literally, and then masks that literally cover their entire head like an old-fashioned thief with a lady's stocking over their heads. But they can't put on a mask that simply covers their mouth for 15 minutes to go shopping at the local Piggly Wiggly. Are you freaking kidding me? They're such hypocrites. They've never taken this seriously. And again, I say, if people in America had just done what was being asked of them, our economy would be back up and flourishing. Businesses would be opening. They wouldn't be struggling. And if our government had simply taken care of we the people instead of Wall Street, instead of pumping $1 trillion a day into the freaking stock market, if they had put that money into a UBI, people wouldn't have felt desperate. People wouldn't have been out there in the streets. They wouldn't have any need to. Stores could have opened up a long time ago. We wouldn't have over 215,000 dead Americans from this virus. And before anybody goes, oh, how do you know that, Gina? You don't know that. Yeah, I actually freaking do. I do know that. First of all, I have extended family in Japan, so I know exactly what they did. I know exactly how it affected their economy, and I know exactly how many deaths they've had. Japan never even had to require a mask mandate because in Japan, Japanese people are just normally accustomed to wearing a mask when they start to feel ill. So everybody just put on a mask. Their government didn't take over their minds. They're not all wearing tinfoil hats. They're not all under mind control. They only had 89,400 cases as of today. For a long time, their death rate was below 1,000 people total. They've now, just today, hit 1,628 deaths. And you can say, oh, but our country is so much bigger, Gina. United States of America is just so much bigger. You can't compare it. Yeah, you actually can. If you look at it per capita, we are pathetic. We are absolutely pathetic. You have countries that have far less resources, and per capita, they have had next to no deaths. I mean, even one death is a tragedy, but they have had so many fewer deaths than we have had here in the United States. It is pathetic. Taiwan, as of today, 7 deaths. Australia, as of today, 898 deaths. South Korea, as of today, 433 deaths. Kenya, only 2 deaths per 100,000 residents. Nigeria, literally a third world country, only 1 death per 100,000 residents. Compare that to the US. Here in the US, as of today, we have 66 deaths per 100,000 residents. We literally have the same number of deaths per capita as Mexico. You know, that country that people on the right love to slam and talk how horribly it's run? Yeah, we have the same number of deaths per capita. We have now the most cases and the most deaths of any country on the globe. We're number 1. We're definitely winning the COVID contest. Not the kind that you'd want to be winning. Are you tired of all this winning yet? This is pathetic. Our response has been horrific. But to see law enforcement cozying up to militia members who literally were plotting to kidnap a political figure, a governor of a major state in the country, it's absolutely unreal. And you wonder why people are fighting to defund the police. All these little boys parading around with their guns, playing G.I. Joe, but yet we designate Antifa, who the FBI, Trump's own FBI, said is not a threat, but that these right-wing militia groups and right-wing white nationalist, white supremacist groups are the number one terror threat in the United States. But yet, stand back and stand by. That's what Trump told them. Liberate Michigan and stand back and stand by. This man needs to go. He is literally inciting violence and absolutely 100% caused the carnage that we are seeing in the United States right now. He and Jared Kushner, those two should be tried. Those two should be tried not only for treason, but for murder. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.